혹시 제가 구해달라는 버섯을 여기에 합칠 수가 있었거든요. 페인트로. 이거 할 수 있나? 페인트
As long
섞기?
as the red isn't liquid, it can't be mixed with other colors.
얘하고 얘하고 잉크와 페인트를
The
섞어요.
ink's too good to just splash around. That's finest quality ink for writing or for painting cows.
이게 안 되네. 될 줄 알았는데. 버섯을
That
노란색으로
wouldn't
칠해요.
get me all that far. Ghost mushrooms are purple and have green spots.
파란 꽃 요거랑 합칠까? 파란 꽃이 뭔가 되는 것 같은데. 이거 아직 모르겠네. 갑자기 막히네. 이유를 밝히는 편지를 쓰기? 이거 뭐죠?
Then we should send the jilted maiden a nice love letter. Right. Let's do it.
이거 편지를 조작하는구나. 고귀한 아가씨.
Dear most noble miss, it is I, your Maxi Poo. I'm sorry I disappeared so suddenly. The problem was...
너의 의심스러운 모양도 너의 불쌍한 캐릭터도 아니야.
Neither your dubious looks nor
좋지
your
않은데 이게 아닐 것 같은데요.
I wanted to give you a wedding fit for a queen. But then
예측할 수 없는 파견대의 연속이 되었지.
it came down to a series of
뭔 소린지 모르겠다.
improper contingent accumulations.
뭔가
On
문장이
the
좋지 않아.
quest for a silver flower pearl for your wedding ring, I found myself in the southern ocean off the coast of Switzerland. When a storm arose, my vessel foundered, and I awoke 3 days later.
3일 후에 깨어났어. 살아있는 물의 시체로 바다 깊은 곳에 있는 것.
Deep under the ocean, as a living, watery corpse. I've overcome many dangers and experienced some great adventures, driven by my insatiable longing for you. But I cannot come to you, because
당신에게 갈 수 없었지. 해로운 저주가 날 이 물에 묶어두고 있어.
a malign curse binds me to these waters. I'm writing this letter in all urgency. Make haste to me, my love, wherever you may be. I'm waiting for you in the south, deep in the south. Exactly here. What a masterpiece. There's something missing. Don't hesitate to help others before your departure. Kissy, kissy, your Maximilian. Perfect.
완벽해. 아주 좋아. 좋아요. 사랑의 편지입니다. 요거를 우리의 버려진 처녀에게 주죠. 불쌍한 우리 친구에게 편지를 줍니다. 가짜 편지예요.
You're not going to believe this. Look what I found outside.
What is that?
It's what you've been waiting for all this time. A letter from Maximilian.
That can't be true. The letter is not sealed. Maximilian's letters were always...
항상 뭐?
Damn.
항상 뭔데? 혹시 여기에다가 뭘 해야 되나? 뭔가 좀 더 필요해요.
The stone carving of the knight is very deep. The
항상
stone
뭐?
carving.
항상 뭘 했다는데 그걸 알려줘야지.
The family seal shows a fox sitting on a pile of gold. How subtle. The family seal
이거를 여기다 찍는 거 아니요? 됐죠? 편지 위에 복납의 인장을 찍습니다. 그래, 이거였어.
Should I press the seal into the paper? That's not going to work.
안 돼? 그럼 먹물은 썼고 노란 페인트? 이거 어떻게 하는 거 같은데?
The family seal. As long as
이거
Should I
뭐라고
press the
나왔지?
seal into the paper? That's not going to work.
인장을 찍어야 돼요. 뭔가 있을 거야.
Well, how you doing?
너를 위한 편지가
You're
도착했어.
not going to believe this.
이거 아까
It's
나왔죠.
what you've been waiting.
일단 봉인을 해야 돼요.
The letter
봉인을
is
하고
not sealed.
편지는 항상 어쩌고 저쩌고.
These letters were always sealed.
Ah, damn. As much as I'd love to
이 편지 진짜 역시 쉽지 않은 걸. 복납 인형 찍기 안 되고. 혹시 촌농으로 촌농으로 뭐 하는 건가 보다. 그치? 편지 위에 촌농을 떨어뜨리기.
Good. Now the letter's got a decent blob of wax on it.
좋아요. 가서 누굴 찍어요. 인장을 찍습니다.
Let's see just how good the stonemason's work was. Looks pretty good. I'm guessing that looking through a blur of tears you wouldn't notice anything odd.
좋아, 됐어. 봉한 사랑의 편지 주겠어.
Well, how you doing?
너를 위한 편지가 도착했어.
I can hardly believe it. A messenger pigeon has just delivered another letter.
Really?
Oh, yes. There's even a seal. Maybe you recognize it.
That's his. That's his seal. The illegible handwriting, all the spelling mistakes. This letter really is from him.
What's he say then?
There was a storm and he wanted to come back to me, but he can't.
Ah, you see, that explains everything.
I have to go to him. Oh, deep joy.
What about the shield?
Oh, yes. The fat ogres carried it away. They live in a cave nearby.
Thanks, and good luck with the search. But always remember, the journey is the destination.
두 번째.
I've got everything
드디어
I
찾을
wanted
수
to know.
있겠군요.
The shield is in the ogre's cave.
오거의
Her
동굴로
joy isn't
가야겠습니다.
going to last too long. But what's going to happen? Is she going to kill herself or cry all day long?
자, 지도를 펴고 이쪽인가요? 갑니다. 방패가 보이나? 얘기를 하기 전에 먼저 다른 것을 살펴봐야겠어요. 여기 나가는 거고, 틈을 보기. 일로 뭐 떨어뜨려야 되나?
A fair drop. The edges look solid.
호스를 보기.
Excuse me, young sir. May I ask what it is you're hoping to find in our cave?
Oh, sorry. I was looking for a public toilet, and it smelled a bit like one here.
How unpleasant. Talk to Blunt about that. He's responsible for personal hygiene this week.
Hungry! Food! No!
And unfortunately, that's all you think about. Sir, I must ask you to leave our modest dwelling.
Okay, I'll look for somewhere outside.
I'm very much obliged. Many bushes and trees out there would consider themselves most happy to offer their shelter for the call that nature is making to you. Good luck in your search.
날 쫓아내지 마세요. 음식이 여기 있죠?
Strange plate. That's no plate. That's a shield. Probably the shield I'm looking for.
방패라고?
The shield's covered in all kinds of unappetizing ogre food. The ogres don't seem to know that they've been abusing such a valuable object. I've somehow got to divert the ogres and get rid of the food.
어떻게 해? 일단 살펴보죠. 얘기 한 번 더 해볼까?
The two-headed ogre is fat, like an ogre. And he's got 2 heads.
얘기를
Hi
합니다.
there, you two.
There's little human. Blout hungry.
Are you a human eater?
Hungry.
Why, no. You will have to forgive Blout. He's very emotional when he hasn't had anything to eat for half an hour.
너희 누구지?
Who are you?
Blout.
Blout, really? My name is Zloth, from the Lightning Fist tribe. That's my good-for-nothing half-brother, Blout.
너흰 이복 형제야? 근데 왜 몸이 하나야? 말도 안
Your
되지.
half-brothers? Isn't that a little impossible?
Not at all. The biology of two-headed ogres is very complex. As you may know, it can...
Boring.
Really, that's just...
It's okay. I don't really need to know all the details.
그러니까 넌 마법사 같은 건가?
You're a battle mage then, are you?
No. Hitman. I hit people to death.
I think he meant me, Blout. It's true, I am a battle mage. My modesty prevents me from pointing out that I am one of the best. Of course, I'd be even better if I could study more. But, oh well.
저기 재밌어 보이는 접시가 있어. 힘의 방패 말이야.
That's a very interesting plate there.
Dreadful, isn't it? All that fatty food. But Blout loves that rubbish.
Blout hungry.
I've told you 1,000 times. You only get to eat once I've finished reading this book.
Hungry now.
If I let you eat now, then you'll put your greasy fingerprints all over the pages again. I get to choose what we do this afternoon. Blout was allowed to decide this morning. First he wanted to lie in, but then suddenly he didn't have enough time to eat. Tough luck.
I am hungry.
But I am not.
혹시 그 접시 내가 가져가도 될까? 그렇게 쉽게 될
Could I
리가 없겠지만.
borrow the plate?
My plate. My plate.
I'm sorry, that's Blout's favorite plate. Because it's so big, he won't give you that.
I need to get going. See you two later.
Goodbye.
조사합시다. 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 부대를 보기?
Apologies once again, young sir. I cannot countenance your rummaging around in our private things.
이게 안 되네요.
Please, take your leave of our cave.
Oh, I thought I was in another cave.
다른 도구를 써가지고 뭐 어떻게 해야 되나 보다.
Apologies once again, young...
Oh,
이런 것도 아무것도 안 되네.
Apologies...
oh.
버섯을 이런 데다가 쓸 수 있나? 뭘까? 음식 같은 걸로 주의를 끌 수가 있을 것 같은데.
A fair
저기서 뭐 어떻게 하라고? 어떻게 하라고? 실로 끌어올 수가 없을 테고요. 아... 뭘까? 뭔가 부족한가? 이걸 고칠 수는 있는데 여기서 쓸모가 있을 것 같진 않아요.
Apologies one.
Oh! Some stone flagons.
요거는 됩니다.
Whoa, quadruple
병 몇
X.
개.
That's really strong. There was some high percentage stuff in there, but the flagons are all empty. I need to find alcohol somewhere else.
아, 알코올을 찾으라고.
Apologies.
Oh!
알코올을 어떻게 찾아?
Apologies one.
Oh!
다시 돌아가야겠어요. 이런데 혹시 있어?
The edges look.
일단 다시 돌아가서 뭐 알고 있는 게 있나? 아, 이 아저씨한테 버섯 일단 갖다 줘야 도와줄 텐데.
I think I'd better leave it here. The shaman might get upset if I took.
갈고 싶은 거. 파란 꽃들.
Let's see.
아하, 여기에 파란 꽃을 간 다음에 페인트 묻히면 되나?
The blossoms have been pulverized, and what's left is a good blue paste.
파란 페인트하고 노란 페인트하고 섞어요.
Yellow and blue
그럼
make
초록색이 되는 거야?
green.
어허. 파란 게 없어지진 않았습니다. 녹색을 그럼 여기다 바르면 되겠죠?
It might be difficult to paint the green spots first and then paint the purple around them. I should paint the mushrooms purple first.
보라색은 여기 있는데? 폼폼? 아니면 요 진흙.
As long as the red isn't liquid, it can't be mixed with other colors.
요거랑 요거랑 또 섞나? 폼폼을 갈아야 돼? 이거를 풀로 이거를 고쳐서
Right. I'll smear the edge of the hole with glue. Just missing a patch now.
덧댈 천을 찾아야 된다고? 부서진 풀무에 풀을 바르기? 요 위에 올려놓으면 될 것 같은데. 끓여서. 그럼 폼폼을 만들 수 있지 않을까요? 막자 사발에 붉은 흙을 찧어. 이거 되네?
Okay, I'll put the earth into the mortar. And with a bit of
이거구나.
elbow grease, now we have a fine red powder made from the red earth.
빨간 가루. 이거랑 섞을 수 있나? 페인트를 섞기.
As long as the red isn't liquid, it can't be mixed with
액체가
other
돼야
colors.
돼요. 맞네. 붉은 가루 여기다가 넣고 끓이는 것 같은데. 가죽 조각? 아, 가죽 조각으로 구멍
That ought
공하기
to
요게
do it.
되는군요.
I'll use a piece of leather to seal
나
the
저기
hole.
나무 막대기라고
Perfect. The
생각했네.
bellows are usable again.
좋아요. 이걸 쓰겠어요. 고친 풀무. 쓰면 돼. 어디에? 여기에 쓰는 게 아니었어? 이거 왜 고쳤냐? 눈물 바다? 여기다 뭐 하면 돼? 아, 가루와 액체를 섞기 이거 되는군요.
Fair enough. I'll tip the powder just at the edge of the Sea of Tears. Then stir it round a bit. And pretty soon we have a useful red paint.
좋아요. 빨간 페인트랑 파란 페인트를 섞어요.
Red and blue make purple.
좋아요. 보라색을 요 버섯에 칠합니다. 라일락색으로 칠하기.
Painted the mushrooms completely in purple. They're not going to pass as ghost mushrooms, though. The green spots are missing, and the disgusting smell, too.
아, 냄새도 추가해야 된다고? 어쨌든 녹색 페인트를 찍어요.
Hunky-dory. And that gives me wonderful purple mushrooms with green spots.
좋아요. 녹색 점이 있는 라일락 버섯. 냄새는 어떻게 추가하냐? 냄새? 버섯을 에스더에게 줍니다. 얘 냄새 많이 나니까.
You guys know all about unpleasant odors.
Of course.
Do you have any idea how I can make these mushrooms smell musty and rotten?
오, 역시 대단해.
Oof, that'll work, thanks.
You're welcome.
잘했어. 모조 유령버섯 이것을 가져다 주죠. 이게 뭔가 해결책을 내놔야 돼요. 얘가 뭔가 만들어줘야지 그 녀석들에게서 다음 걸 뺏을 수 있다고.
Look, ghost
오우고한테.
mushrooms.
Excellent. And what a potent aroma they have.
Smoking buffaloes are not to be disturbed.
어?
Smoking buffaloes are not to be disturbed.
뭐지? 뭐지? 뭔가 날 도와줄 거라고 생각했는데 나갔다가 다시 들어가면은 뭔가 다를 거예요.
Smoking buffaloes are not to be disturbed.
왜? 왜 아무것도 안 해줘? 미치겠네. 알코올을 어디서 구해오라 그래서 혹시 그 미노타우로스 아저씨가 줄까 생각했는데 전혀 도움이 안 되고 있습니다.
Hello, Blout.
You, little human.
That's right.
아우, 얘한테 말 걸 수가 있었네. 접시에서 떨어진 모든 음식을 다 먹어치우고 싶어?
You must be very hungry, Blout. That's a very, very big plate you've got there.
Blout, big, hungry.
Why don't you ask Zloff nicely once more if you can eat what's on his plate?
Love not let me, and love make chain lightning.
You mean he can defend himself? As long as he's reading that book, you can't use your hands?
질로프가 읽는 걸 멈출 수 없겠어?
Well, you are one smart guy, Blout.
Blout?
Can't you get Zloff to stop reading?
Love always reading till book finished.
And there's nothing that stops him reading?
Sloth like drink cocktails, ogre cocktails.
Okay. And then what?
He drunk very quick.
You mean he can't
저거였구나.
hold his liquor, and he gets too drunk to
술을
keep
구하는
reading.
방법을 모르겠어. 근데
Interesting.
너도 질로프처럼 빠르게 취할 수
Do
있어?
you get drunk fast too, Blout, like Zloff does?
No. Blout drink much more than Sloth. Blout real mean ogre.
But you share the same body.
Yeah? So?
Oh, nothing.
내가 너희들에게 오우거 칵테일을 만들어주면
I
어떻겠어?
could make you an ogre cocktail. How would you like that?
Blout like beer.
Yeah, I know, but the cocktail's mainly for Zloff.
Why?
So he gets drunk.
And then?
Then you can chow down on that snack there.
Ooh, okay.
얘가 다 듣고 있는데 이 얘기를 다 해. 그리고 얘는 눈이 두 개인데 얘는 하나예요. 야, 오거 칵테일을 만드는데 뭐가 필요하지?
Right. What makes a good ogre cocktail?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. Okay. And what else?
An umbrella.
An ogre cocktail is made of nothing but alcohol?
And umbrella.
And what kind of alcohol? Wine? Vodka?
Whatever. Must blow your head off.
So, high-octane alcohol in a glass with an umbrella. Classy.
Little human can look in cave.
Do you have the ingredients?
Uh-huh.
킬러프는 아주 자신만만한 놈인 것 같더군.
You and your half-brother. Don't you guys get along too well?
Love is stupid.
Uh-huh.
Always reading. Never fun. Never break things.
He's more the intellectual type.
Sloth, not real man. Sloth never had girlfriend.
I heard that.
I have to leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry.
다시 한번
Some
말을
other
걸어보면 지금은 아니야. 얘한테 말 걸어보면
Greetings, Loth.
Ah, welcome.
내가 읽고 있는 그게
What are
뭐지?
you reading there exactly?
Oh, it's a really fascinating book about the newest developments in chain lightning research.
번개에
You know, a
대한 거예요.
mage always has to
처음으로
keep
여기서
up to
나오네.
date.
번개에 대한 이야기가.
Unfortunately, I don't have many opportunities to read in peace. Blount doesn't think much of education.
So that means when you do get time...
Then I use it, and read the whole book at once, if I can.
I get it.
어떻게 이복 형제들이 이렇게 다를 수가 있지?
You two seem very
이복
different.
형제니까 다르지.
One doesn't have much choice. And it's far from uncommon for two-headed ogres to have very different interests.
Club to death.
I bet you guys argue a lot.
We have our rules. Blount specifies what we do in the morning, and I have the afternoons.
I need to get going. See you next time.
It was an absolute pleasure to have a conversation that wasn't about digestion and killing.
알코올을 구해와야 돼요.
The shield's covered in all kinds of unappetizing...
Young sir, though...
Blount gave me permission.
Little human bake
아
cocktail
그래
for
이게
sloth.
되는구나. 이제 되네요.
What a delightful surprise. I thank you most cordially.
No problem, Fatso.
이제 여기를 조사할 수 있나 봐요. 천천히 봅시다.
A piece of hose. Over a meter long and anything but clean. I don't even want to think about what the ogres might use it for.
호스 조각을 가져요. 그리고 부대를 보기.
A tied up linen sack. The contents probably need to be protected from birds and rats.
열어봅니다.
The sack is full to the brim with apples. They're all damp and rotten. They smell like they're fermenting.
이게 필요해? 썩은 사과, 호스, 유리잔을
I would have
봐요.
expected a larger cocktail glass. This one's more human-sized. Is that going to be enough to get Zloff drunk?
가져갑니다. 알코올이 있어야 되는데 알코올.
That seems to be some kind of storage cupboard.
뭐가 있니? 냉장고처럼 생겼어.
A small, colorful cocktail umbrella. Who'd have thought that there'd be a market for these here in the wildlands?
칵테일 우산이 있고요. 정작 중요한 게 없네. 썩은 사과로 만들 수 있는 거야? 곤봉 보기.
This club is almost 1.5 meters long and probably weighs 100 weight. I wouldn't like getting one of those on my head, or anywhere else for that matter. I'll leave it here. Probably couldn't even lift it if I tried. I've somehow got to divert the ogres.
잔에 이런 거 채울 수 없나? 호스로 뭘 떠와야 되는데 여기다가 뭐 하는 것 같아요. 제가 볼 때는 물
The
같은 거
edges
떠오는
look
것 같아.
solid.
전혀 아니네. 뭔가가 필요해. 호스로 어디서 뭘 가져올까? 유리잔에 칵테일
That
우산을
makes
놓아요.
50% of the ingredients in the glass. Only the high proof alcohol is missing.
알코올이 어디 있는지
Some other
아니?
time. Some other time. I'd better leave him to read. A fair.
어디에 있을까? 호스를 사용해서 어떻게 가져오는 것 같긴 한데. 앞찾기, 이 중에 앞찾기 쓸만한 게 없잖아. 이거 쓸 수 있네요? 사과를 앞찾기에 넣을 수 있어요? 내가 패를 얻었다고? 패를 어디서 얻었지? 이걸 알코올로 쓰는 건가?
So
사과들을
let's do
찍어내요.
it. Tasty. Fermented apple juice. But I'd better not drink it.
발효된 사과 주스 같은 용기입니다. 칵테일 잔에 술을 따라요.
The alcohol isn't strong enough. The bottles in the cave had 4X's.
아, 알코올이 부족해.
I'll leave what's left of the apples in the press. I've got what I want.
너 알코올 같은 거 있니?
Hello, Chief.
Greetings, human.
I'll be back.
And I'll...
그런 거 없는 거 같지? 알코올을 어디서 얻어? 얘한테 가보자. 이거를 쓰는 거 아니야? 냄비에 주스를 부어요.
If I tipped the juice into the hot pot, then everything would turn to steam and that would be the end of my juice.
에이,
Smoking buffalo.
냄비를 닫아요. 그 다음에 올려놔.
If I tipped the juice into the hot pot, then everything would turn to steam and that would be the end of my juice.
어쩌라고? 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 알려줘. 이거밖에 없는데. 뚜껑의 구멍에 호스를 연결해?
Sits nice and firm. Whatever's in the pot will evaporate, condense, and be drawn off in the hose.
와, 이게 되는구나. 자, 이렇게 되네. 그 다음에 용기를 냄비를 열어봐. 저거를 담을 거가 필요한가? 냄비에 주스를 부어요.
Well, okay. Ah, something's happening.
그래,
And
나오라고.
done. The bowl has filled up with an almost clear liquid. The alcohol's not strong enough yet for an ogre cocktail, but I can distill it again.
다시 한번.
And again. That looks a lot better already.
부족해. 더.
That ought to do.
더.
Better not. It won't make any more.
더 이상은 의미가 없답니다. 어? 5고급 센술이 담긴 용기. 요거를 여기다
High
부어요.
proof
이제
alcohol
됐다.
and a cocktail umbrella. Voila! One ogre cocktail.
나는 얘한테 왜 그 버섯을 줬지? 얘가 나중에 쓸모가 있나? 아직까지는 아무 쓸모 없는데. 이쪽으로. 여기죠? 이 절벽에 뭘까 궁금해요. 오거 칵테일을 이 녀석에게 줍니다.
I've got a cocktail for you, Zloff.
Oh, thank you. Very nice. Wait a minute. You're trying to trick me, aren't you? You want to get me drunk so I can't read anymore.
Us? Never.
But you won't get me like that. I'll just take tiny sips. Then I won't get drunk and can continue reading.
똑똑해.
Ah! I'm blind!
Did you finish reading?
No!
이런 걸 원했다고.
Impressive. Gross, but impressive.
Brout's still hungry.
What?
날 공격하지 마라.
Hungry! Brout must hunt.
Hello, Blout.
You, little human.
That's right.
지금까지 사냥은 어떻게 되어가고 있지?
And how do you get on with hunting? Have you ever caught anything?
Not yet, but soon.
What do you hunt then?
Everything.
Uh-huh.
내 접시 좀 가져가도 될까,
Do you think
블라우트?
you can lend me your plate? You don't really need it right now. Why not?
Eat again soon. Blout, great hunter.
At the very most, you're a fat hunter. You couldn't tell the difference between a partridge and a wild boar.
And
이게 끝이 아니네.
ah,
나
I
가야
have to
돼.
leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry.
이거를 또 뭔가 활용을 해야 되나 봐요.
The edges look solid.
어떻게? 어떻게? 아 미치겠네. 뭘 어떻게 활용하라는 거야? 폼폼을 실에 묶어? 이런 것도 돼?
Nice. Now I've got a pom-pom on a string.
이거를 활용하는 건가? 줄에 묶인 폼폼. 미끼로 블라우트를 유인합니다. 그 다음에 여기 떨어뜨리는 건가 보지?
Okay then, let's try it.
There, colorful fluffy bunny.
Do stop it, Blout. Something's wrong here.
Just got to break shell. Little humans see colorful fluffy bunny, right?
Nope.
I told you, there isn't such a thing.
You get none when it caught.
뭔가가 더 필요해요. 썩은 판자가 여기 있으면 되는 거 아니야? 그렇구나.
Good. I'll lay the boards over the opening of the crevice. The rotten boards won't support much weight. One step on them and they'll give way.
좋아요. 이거였어. 갑니다. 나무 손잡이도 필요한가? 그런 건 필요 없을 것 같은데? 가자. 유인을 해.
Okay then, let's try it.
There, colorful fluffy bunny.
Do stop it, Blout. Something's wrong here.
Just got to break shell.
좋아. 이거예요. 이거였어.
A fluffy bunny, I presume? How can anyone be so stupid?
Hungry.
Go into the corner and be ashamed of yourself. I'll come up with something.
The way's clear. The pair are trapped down in the crevice.
마침내 방패를 얻게 됩니다. 두 번째로 힘의 방패.
Thank you very much for getting me out of there. It's no fun swimming around in hot gravy all day. Then again, it's also no fun being constantly hit by swords and axes. I hope you're not a warrior.
Me? Nah, I just want to look like one.
If you only want to look like one, then that's fine. Just don't fight. The pen is mightier than the sword and hurts less.
얻었어요.
Still an especially brave shield, eh?
I don't believe it! Marks! Who would have thought that we'd all be together again? Are you looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah, terrific. Listen, it's one thing that you kidnapped me, but does this dumbass have to come along?
Still the same old you, eh?
Can the sword talk as well?
Vladdy? Of course! Are we going to get him too?
Oh, no way.
Hopefully he's calmed down over the last few years.
I'm getting a really bad feeling about this whole thing.
나 마음에 들어. 그 책에 번개를 다룬 내용이 있다고 했는데 더 이상은 없나 보네.
I'd better keep myself a good ways away from them. I don't want to get zapped by any of Zlof's lightning.
저기
I'd better keep my-
필요할 텐데요. 저기 필요하지 않을까? 일단은 갑니다. 마을로 살짝 돌아가고